in his presence. When you behold the munificence of God, the opulence of his kingdom, I mean, the streets up there are gold, transparent gold. When you begin to see that, and you're trying to impress him with your bling bling because you got your hair laid and your nails done, oh no. As you meditate on the word, you begin to understand the magnitude of God, the magnificence of God, the opulence of God, the glory of God, the beauty of God. And then we begin to see how undone that we are, that all of our little works are as filthy rags in his sight. It brings perspective to us. So Jesus, who is the Word, became flesh. He made a tent of flesh. And so every time that we meditate on that word, we become the Word incarnate. Let me say this to you. When it comes to the world, hear me carefully. You're not just a messenger, you're a message. Because people are reading your life. Somebody will say, you're not just a messenger. You are a message. And people are reading what you say. And if the message is contrary or hypocritical to what the word says, we give Christ a bad name. Gandhi said that if the world were introduced to the Christ of Christianity, it would receive him, but instead the world is introduced to the Christians of Christ and it rejects him. You are more than just a messenger, you are a message. Your life is the only Bible that some people will ever read. And they reject us because they don't like the message that we are bringing forth. That's why the word has to be in you. That's why you got to meditate on the word so that it is distilled into your heart, and that you incarnate the word so that it is a pure word and it doesn't look like the weakness of the flawed flesh of humanity, but it speaks of the glory of God. That's why you got to get the word in you right, so that the message that you convey. How can the King of Glory, come into your life and you still be down and sad and depressed? The King of Glory is there. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of Glory shall come in. Who is this King of Glory? My God, when you begin to see that the King of Glory, joy unspeakable and full of glory, you can't have Santa Claus to show up in your life, the King of Kings to show up in your life, and you just say, hey, how you doing? Just take a seat. No. Joy begins to fill you. It is the gift of joy. It's the gift of joy. Take a look at Psalm 16, verse 11. You will make known to me the path of life, and in your presence, God, in your presence is fullness of joy. Fullness of joy. And at your right hand there are pleasures forevermore. If you ever get in God's presence, my God, I'm telling you, all kind of stuff can be going on back at home, but when you get in the presence of God, my God, if the glory of God begins to fill the car, if it fills the bathroom, you be in the tub, and your thoughts can shift over to Him. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You can have something on the stove and start thinking about the goodness of Jesus and everything that He has done for you, and somehow you get lifted up above the challenges, the issues, what needs to be cleaned out, what needs to be paid, what conversations you need to have with somebody in your life. When you start thinking about Him, fullness of joy, and at your right hand are pleasures forevermore. There is a joy in being present, because being present is a present. Being present is a present. Please, when you come together with your family, be present. Put your digital distractions down for God's sake and be present. Husbands and wives, be present. Mothers and fathers, Be present. Friends, be present when somebody gives you the gift of time with them. For God's sake, be present. Give them the present of your presence. Don't just be gathered, be present. Be present, be present. And as we focus on what Jesus said to us, if you focus on his words, you remember it's a focus before it's a feeling. Joy is a focus before it is a feeling. And notice what Jesus said to us in St. John chapter 15 and verse 11. Jesus said, I have spoken these things to you that, why? That my joy may remain in you. Not that you'll get it every now and then. No, but that it may remain in you and that your joy may be full. Why? Based on the things that I've spoken to you. He said, if you will focus on what I said to you, if you focus on what I said to you, your joy will remain full, and it will remain, and that your joy be full. It'll remain in you. The joy will remain in you, and that you may be full. And here's something else that Jesus spoke to us in St. John chapter 16 and verse 33. I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace. Now listen what he says to us. I love his realness. In the world you will have tribulation. You're going to have trials. You're going to have trouble in the world. In the world. Because you got to pay taxes. You got to deal with human beings, and you got to go, you got to get things repaired, He said, in the world you're going to have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. I don't know about you, but that brings joy in my heart to know that Jesus has overcome the world. And whenever you carry, see, he said that my joy may remain in you. You carry the spirit of joy in you. You carry the spirit of joy in you. And that means if you carry the spirit of joy, when you go to people that don't have it, you can share it and multiplying it without it ever dividing you. It doesn't ever have to diminish you. Your joy is one of those few things that you can share with another and never ever diminish yourself. That's the gift of laughter. Laughter, listen, if you put a microphone up to joy, it will come out like laughter. If you put a microphone up to joy, it'll come out like laughter. When the way that you know people are full of joy, it sounds like laughter. And laughter does good like a medicine. And it is a way of shifting the energy in a room. When you make people laugh, you just change how they feel about themselves. You need to always have somebody in your life that is a fool that has the ability to make you laugh. You really do. You've got to have somebody that helps you to be able to laugh. Here's my question to you is, how do you feel? How do others feel when they are around you? How do others feel when they